Hi, this is Jesse with the Conroe ISD Natatorium, back with another video tutorial. Today's tutorial will be over Meet Manager 4.0. We're going to show how to create a new high school event following NFHS rules. So I'm going to call this one, we're going to set up a meet for a current dual meet that we're going to have. And it's going to be Conroe College Park versus Houston Kingwood Park. Right, we name it like this just so we can identify the database a lot easier. If you have the shared version of Meet Manager 4.0 or 3.0, you will get this window, and this just gives you the different restrictions access here and usernames. We're going to select admin. If not, if you don't have that, it's going to go straight to the Meet setup. In versions 4.0, all versions of 4.0 and later versions of 3.0, you will be required to set up and complete the Meet setup here. If you don't, it will keep prompting you until you do. So we're going to call this Conroe College Park versus Houston Kingwood Park. Facility name CISD NAT. Address is 19133. And we're just going to make this short and sweet. If you go try TT, it won't work. You have to go TX. Postal code 77380. And we're going to make this on Halloween Day. Entry deadline. Whenever you put the entry deadline, it's going to show up on the Meet event setup that you send to the coaches, just so they have an idea of when your entry deadline is. For high school, for the ID format, we're going to select Other. Class, of course, is high school. Meet type is standard. And since it is a dual meet, you're going to do team dual. If you have a double dual or Versa or anything else, you'll go 3+ meet. So that means you have 3 meets or 3 teams instead of 2, because then it'll turn into basically 2 meets or 3 meets. Course is going to be yards or short course meters, depending on your facility. Base country is USA. Altitude, don't have to worry about that. DQ codes, you'll select custom unless your high school state association requires you to use USA, FINA, UK, etc. Or you can create your own for custom. All right, when we bring this up, Meet Manager 4.0 will now have you come up with this Meet Mobile 2.0 publishing. What I do is restrict heat data. If not, you go to full meet data. It's going to charge you $1.99 to do it. So we're going to restrict, or it's going to pay, have somebody charge somebody else to pay $1.99. So we're going to do this restrict heat, and you got to go to contract. So I just kind of filled this out. Agree, confirm, and it's going to ask you, do you want to publish Meet sheets? All right, now we're done. We can go ahead and X out of this. All right, the next thing you want to do is set up your events. A couple of things you can do to get the event set up is go through the NFHS rulebook. It's going to give you the order of events, or you can go to tisca.org and it's going to give you the order of events listed completely, all 24 events. All right. When you add an event, number one, of course, is the women's 200 medley relay. So it's a relay. You'll select alternate gender, and what it's going to do is once you go to the next event, it's going to go boys, girls, etc. You'll leave the age group to open senior. It's a 200, and it's a medley relay. You leave 8 lanes depending on how many lanes you have. You'll leave it at time finals. Number of heats to score, 1, of course, standard for the event time. Once you got it, you press OK. It's going to go to the next event, and it's boys. So it's already set up for you. Because boys and girls are going to be corresponding. You go to the next one. Next event, event 3 is women's 200 freestyle, but it's individual. So you need to select that, 200 and freestyle. We can select OK, OK. At this point, we're going to jump real quick and get them all done. Okay, now you can see that we've created all the events, 1 through 24. You'll see stroke, distance, it's set up as time finals, lanes 8, 8 lanes, of course. All right, now, whenever you the coaches will ask for events for team manager. When you pop up here, you can set up an athlete surcharge in the event setup. So you can go to entry fee surcharge if you have a surcharge. But for this event, we're not going to have a surcharge. You'll export the events for team manager. All right, put it on wherever you'll send it to them, and they'll import it into their team manager, and it'll give them the event list. For major events that don't have the exact same high school meet setup, so if you have a special meet that's an all relay event or things like that, that's real crucial, so they know exactly which events for or which events to put their athletes in. All right, so now we have the events in order, and we're going to go ahead and import the entries that we did get from the coaches. All right, mine's here on the desktop. All right, and you'll see they're in zip files, which is just fine. Meet Manager 2.0 and up will now unzip it automatically, and it'll give you that option to select which one you want. So here you go, it's the .hy3 file. Used to be where you have to rip it out. Now you don't have to do that. All right. All right. No exceptions. We're good. All right. We'll go ahead and import the other team. I'm just going to go to desktop. All right. No exceptions. All right. So you'll see now we have athletes in our event, and they're already seated. I'm going to jump out of here real quick. All right, so whenever you need to do a couple things before you complete it. All right, you need to select entry scoring events. Whoops, let's see if I can find it. 2 or 3 double dual meet. Basically, what it is you're going to say who is going to go against who. All right, so if you have a double dual meet, means you're going to have 3 teams. It's going to be 2 meets or 3 meets. It'll be Kingwood Park versus College Park, Kingwood Park or whoever, College Park versus so and so. Okay, so it's a few different ways. So you're gonna select like that, but it's only female to male, no combined. Okay, all right. So we've saved it. So now it's basically good to go. You'll run the reports. You'll go ahead and seed it, and you're good to go. This has been another video tutorial. Stay tuned for more.